Good afternoon. Today, we will take you to one of the wealthiest countries, the Luxembourg.
First, I will introduce to you the history and the national symbol of Luxembourg.
Luxembourg was once part of Charlemagne's empire. It became an independent state in 963 when Siegfried, Count of Ardens, became sovereign of Luxembourg or Little Fortress. In 1060, Luxembourg's national symbol. First one is the coat of arms. The state of Luxembourg's coat of arms is protected by the Law on National Emblems of 23 June 1972, which also established the State Heraldry Commission towards its end. The coat of arms was the flag of Luxembourg consists of three horizontal stripes, red, white, and blue. It was first used between 1845 to 1848 and officially adopted on 1972. It is also protected by the Law on National Emblems of June 23, 1972. Luxembourg has no flag until 1830 when patriots were urged to display the national colors. The tricolor flag is almost identical to that of Netherlands, except that it is longer and its blue stripe is lighter in shade. The red, white, and blue coloring was derived from the Grand Duke's coat of arms, which dates from 13th century.
Leaders and the tourist spots of the Luxembourg. why the Luxembourg is one of the wealthiest countries in the world.
Now, let's proceed with the latest statistics of Luxembourg. First is the consumer spending or the Luxembourg consumption. As you can see in the table, consumer spending in Luxembourg decreases to 2,866.20 euro million in the first quarter of 2014 from 2,950.20 euro million in the fourth quarter of 2013. So, how will it affect the GDP growth of Luxembourg? What are the factors that
Continue for the discussion of the well-known
Luxembourg GDP growth rate. The gross domestic product in Luxembourg expanded 0.80% in the first quarter of 2014 over the previous quarter. GDP growth rate in Luxembourg averaged 0.83% from 1995 until 2014, reaching an all-time high of 7.90% in the first quarter of 2000, and a record low of negative 5.50% in the fourth quarter of 2008. Now, next is Luxembourg inflation rate. Inflation rate in Luxembourg was recorded at 0.59% in August of 2014. Inflation rate in Luxembourg averaged 2.37% from 1991 until 2014, reaching an all-time high of 4.99% in October of 2005 and a record low of negative 1.35% in January of 1999. Next is Luxembourg personal income tax rate. The personal income tax rate in Luxembourg stands at 43.60%. Personal income tax rate in Luxembourg averaged 43.01% from 1995 until 2014, reaching an all-time high of 51.30% in 1996 and a record low of 39% in 2002. Next is Luxembourg sales tax rate. The sales tax rate in Luxembourg stands at 50%, which is remained constant from 1996 to 2014. Next is Luxembourg corporate tax rate. The corporate tax rate in Luxembourg stands at 29.22%. Corporate tax rate in Luxembourg averaged 32.74% from 1995 until 2014, reaching an all-time high of 40.90% in 1996 and a record low of 28.60% in 2009.
Next is the present status and development plan of Luxembourg, the human resource.
Encompasses the population of a country. Since Luxembourg is one of the smallest country, its population has an estimated of 536,061 in 2014. One of the reasons why the population of Luxembourg is rapidly increasing is because of the immigration from its neighboring countries. It is estimated that 55% of its population is a Luxembourgers and about 45% is a foreign nationality which came from Belgium, Italy, France, Germany, and Portugal. Next is the age structure of Luxembourg. First is the 0 to 14 years old or 15 and below population. As you can see on the table, it was last measured at 17.52% in 2013. As of August 2014, it was increased by 17.90%. Since the percentage of young population increases, it determines that Luxembourg need to invest more in school or education. Next is the 15 to 64 years old population. As you can see on the table, it was last measured at 68.26% in 2013. As of August 2014, it was decreased by 66.80%. Lastly, the ages 65 and above population. As you can see on the table, it was last measured at 14.22% in 2013. As of August 2014, it was increased by 15.40%. Since the percentage of older population increases, it determines that Luxembourg need to concentrate more in the health sector. Now that we determine the present status of population and the age structure of Luxembourg, we can now identify the persons who are capable, incapable, and able to work, or the people who are actively seeking for a job. First is the unemployment rate. It measures the number of people actively looking for a job as a percentage of the labor force. From its previous 2013 data of 7.30%, it was decreased by 7.20% in 2014. So it means that unemployed persons also decreased by 445 persons, or 17,810 persons minus 17,365 persons in 2014. Lastly, the individuals with a minimum required age or the employed persons increased from its previous 2013 data of 394,416,000 to 395,325 in 2014.
Discuss to you the research innovation in Luxembourg. Research and innovation in Luxembourg. The development of research, development, and innovation activities is a priority for Luxembourg government. The government's objectives include the promoting economic diversification, enhancing the competitiveness of companies, and building a knowledge-based society. First is using intelligence in fighting HIV. The laboratory conducts routine clinical activities and clinically oriented biomedical research concentrating on the treatment of HIV and hepatitis virology and immunovirology. There is a strong focus on the transmission networks and the dynamic epidemic caused by HIV and HCV in Luxembourg. Collaborative work is the utmost importance, and Luxembourg is involved in partnership with over 30 countries. Next is an antidote to information overload or vital briefing. Vital briefing offers an ever-growing selection of subscription-based digital products that help clients overcome information overload by filtering and providing essential content they need and request on a specific subject. Next is the intelligent energy used through fuel cell technology. Being environmentally friendly and highly efficient energy conversion units, fuel cells harbor great potential to penetrate the markets in the near future. The Luxembourg-based planning and consulting company is specialized in setting up and implementing this innovative technology. The first fuel cell-based micro-combined heat and power unit was successfully brought into operation in an existing school building in the commune of Sanem. The fourth one is the camera that recognizes client gender, height, and age heat stores or cube cam. Hardly larger than a lipstick tube, the cube cam is the clothing retail industry dream. It can track sensitive and valuable client information, providing digital image process and content analysis, video systems that allowed counting and classifying customer into gender and age group. Next is soil concept leads in innovative waste processing and energy production. Turning the IT adage garbage in, garbage out on its head, Soil Concept has developed a range of innovative ways to deal with the problem of sewage sludge, from pioneering a new, improved process to produce compost of sludge and green waste. The Dykirch-based company has recently progressed to taking the same base materials and using them to generate heat, electricity, and biomass fuel pellets in addition to compost. So let's now see the beauty of Luxembourg by discussing its environment.
Environment of Luxembourg. The environment of Luxembourg has been affected by the country's rapid population growth, its heavy road traffic, and its lack of renewable energy resources. Water resources. The Water Management Administration Program of the Ministry of the Interior and Greater Region was created in 2004 for integrated water management. The national nitrogen balance has improved significantly. Despite legal requirements from the mid-1990s, drinking water resources have not been protected, with the result that sources have been contaminated by nitrates and pesticides. At least 40% of surface water is likely to fall short of 2015